your hair's messed up, but you're alive. In the live stream. In the live stream. Doing the live stream because it's a live stream. Loving the live stream. Talking about the atheisms and the theisms and is there a God? Do we need a God in the live stream? Is there a God? Do we need belief in a God? Is belief in a God a good idea? Should we believe? Do we need God for morals or ethics? Reason, logic, anything of the sorts? Is God necessary for anything? Does he even exist? Is there even a God? Because, I mean, if there's not a God, then, it really doesn't matter, does it?
Don't mind the cutting in the background.
Why should I believe in a God? Does it matter? Because if there's not a God, and we have no reason to believe that there is, then that would mean that we've gotten as far as we have with morals and ethics and logic and reason, whatever else, without the existence of a God. So for all we know, it's absolutely doable. Because for all we know, we've done it. We've gotten it figured out without the need for a God. If there isn't one, which we just haven't demonstrated. Can't say I have, buddy. Can't say I have. Or that I am. Good morning. It's evening where I'm at. So I need to switch to all the things. There. Welcome, welcome, all. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to my domain. To the Heathen channel. What's your country? I'm in the US. It's a wonderful place to live right now. It's great. 0 out of 10. Would never recommend. At least not right now. Oh, there it is. Dark mode on my Instagram got turned off, so it was just all bright and terrible. From India, nice, nice. I mean, I hope it's nice. Mixed martial arts. Why 0 out of 10 for living in the U.S. right now? It just kind of sucks. 4. You know, that's probably more of a fair answer. 4 out of 10. I guess it could be a lot worse. I guess my answer would be a little bit more pessimistic. Yours is probably a little bit more fair. I posted the other day a video about Satan, and I didn't really. I mean, I did. You would expect this kind of response, but my videos get so little views that I didn't expect quite this response. But quite a few Christians coming in, voicing their concerns, saying how sad it is that, you know, I'm embracing Satan or whatever, even though I don't believe in Satan, and they may have missed the point of the video. And it's, you know, it's sad to see people thinking that it's sad. It's upsetting to see that people think that it's upsetting. Because embracing something that you once feared, embracing it as a symbol of something that once oppressed you, is kind of awesome. Breaking free from religion is kind of awesome. And it always makes me sad how devastated people become when they see you leave religion in general, but of course I see it more in Christianity. You leave Christianity and you can find a better life outside of Christianity. But to the people who are still in Christianity, who still believe it, from their perspective, you've walked away from the only good thing that could ever be. You've thrown your everything away. Not only just your life, but your entire existence, your afterlife, everything away by walking away from Christianity, by walking away from this amazing thing. Even though we don't have any reason to believe any of the supernatural claims of Christianity, and Christianity just isn't the greatest religion anyway. And a lot of people can be better off and happier without Christianity, and with absolutely zero evidence of any kind of negative afterlife repercussions. So it's not something that I ever want people to be sad or upset about. We're just on our own journey, and somebody finds something that they're happier with, perhaps makes them a better person, I'm down for it. It's for a similar reason. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with Christianity, but when people give me comments saying, well, I found God and it helped me stop drinking, or it helped me get through this terrible time in life, or, you know, it helped me do this, I don't usually respond to those comments because I'm not going to take that away from you. If finding this has made you a better person and improved your life, made you kinder, all that stuff, not completely opposed to it, you know? It's kind of is what it is. And religions can have their benefits, and there are beneficial things that people can learn and that people can get from religions, even if it's just some kind of peace of mind for themselves. I would say knowing, but we don't know, but from their perspective, knowing or firmly believing, we can say, that there's something else out there taking care of them. You know, that after this life, they won't just cease to exist, that they'll have some eternal, wonderful thing. It's a comforting idea that can take a lot of stress and a lot of weight off of people's shoulders. And, you know, I'm not going to be one to grab someone by the lungs and be like, no, it's all bullshit, you're going to cease to exist one day. No, that's kind of terrifying. We don't, it's not a very fun topic. But not every aspect of religion needs to be attacked. And not every believer of religion necessarily needs to be attacked. Just kind of how you use it. I do believe, at least I see, more harm than good from Christianity. And I see good from Christianity that can be achieved by means other than Christianity. So it's like I can save your life but give you cancer, or I can just save your life. You know? I can give you hope for the future outside of Christianity, or I can give you hope for the future within Christianity, plus all this trauma and extra regulations and all this other crap that comes with it, you know? That's just kind of how I see it, but religions can have their upsides. Studying Buddhism I'm not a Buddhist. Never will be, probably. I don't know. Studying Buddhism helped me manage my anxiety, find ways to manage my anxiety, and help me fall asleep at night. I've had issues sleeping all throughout my life, and I've had to come up with different tactics throughout my life that have had varying degrees of success to help me fall asleep at night. And right now, I'm rocking some Buddhist teachings. And I've been rocking that for like a year now, so it works. Buddhism has made me less stressed and less anxious, which just makes me an all-around better person and more pleasant person to be around. So, to each their own. Whatever works, just don't be an asshole. That's my biggest thing, is don't be an asshole. I know plenty of Christians who are wonderful, wonderful people. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy month. I know plenty of people, plenty of Christians who are wonderful, beautiful people. And I don't need to attack their faith. But Christianity, I do see, and other religions, I do see causing a lot of harm. And that's why I speak out against it. How's Taylor doing? Taylor's doing great. She's wrapping Christmas presents right now. You might hear her furiously folding paper in the background. Hey, good to see you again. I enjoy your lives. Well, I'm glad you enjoy my lives. I don't know why you enjoy my lives. I enjoy doing them, but like, you hear the tape. Yeah. I wrap them presents. Christmas is rapidly coming upon us.
Yep. Currently wrapping the niece's present.
The niece's present.
The niece's present. One of the nieces.
People. There's so many people in that Satan video wanting me to come back to Christianity. I think I'm good. Maybe one day. Who knows? You know. Maybe one day when I'm more concerned about making money than I am trying to make the world a better place, maybe I'll switch hats and become a Christian apologist. Because can you imagine, especially if this channel grows a little bit more and I become a little bit more well known, and I have that flip, that success story, that I can have that there's a cat furiously trying to get in. I can have that. Gosh, what's the word? What's the word? That testimony of coming back to Christianity after all this. Can you imagine how lucrative that can be? Especially when making money as a Christian content creator spouting Christianity is just easier, I believe, than doing it from the atheist perspective. Get in. But yeah, maybe one day. I think if you ever see me making Christian content, it's more likely that I'm just trying to get money and don't actually believe in it, just trying to scam people. It's more likely that than me actually
And the people
reconverting.
who are actually giving you money from it clearly didn't go back and watch your previous videos of you saying just this.
But maybe this is still just me talking as an atheist. Maybe I actually get saved one day, or maybe I can, convince them.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. I could be a Christian right now. I could be a Christian right now. How crazy would that be? What if I'm actually been a Christian this entire time?
Wild.
You don't know what I got. You don't know what I got up my sleeve.
Just when you think you know him.
Just when you think I'm not that deep. But I could be. I'm not that deep. Or am I? Very positive update that you have gotten Taylor to commit to her wifely duties. Yes. Perhaps next year we'll prepare you lunch for work tomorrow. Maybe.
See, if anything, you should make my lunch for tomorrow.
Does it count as a psyop? It might be. You don't know what I got. I find some Christians find atheists to be bad people, sometimes because they reject their God. There's good and bad people regardless of religion or not. Oh yeah. Assholery and stupidity and greed and things like that are equal opportunity afflictions. There are terrible, terrible people in every group you can think of, and there are wonderful people in every group you can think of. There are smart people in every group you can think of. There are dumb people in every group you can think of. There are atheist content creators who make me ashamed to be an atheist content creator. I see them just like this is what I'm being lumped in with. Great.
It's Christmas.
I've managed to sign up Mrs. Taylor into traditional gender roles. Shout out to me. There you go. What do you think about the recent bans on state level AI regulations? I haven't read into it too much. I like skimmed like an article, so I don't have any real knowledge of that. I will say AI is one of those tricky topics, you know, because it's like the internet. It's like the internet. The internet can be an amazing, amazing, amazing tool for connection, for learning, for all kinds of crazy things. But it can also be a terrible, terrible, terrible tool for terrible, terrible, terrible things. And I think AI, and probably a lot of inventions, is that same thing. You know, it's to a similar vein. It can be amazing, and it has amazing potential. But it also has amazing potential not only for good, but also for bad. I do think there needs to be... I mean, it's an entity that exists. Just like the internet has different regulations and rules and stuff, for the most part. AI is an entity that exists now, and it needs regulation. It does. It needs to be, you know, contained and controlled in some capacity. But what can you do? I enjoy watching both you and Justin from Deconstruction Zone. Those are two completely different comparisons. Justin is leagues ahead of me. He's miles and miles and light years better and smarter at this than I am. Probably will ever be. But no, he's pretty cool. I watch his stuff too. I like him. It's just a jump. It's just a gap. I like watching this little idiot here, but I also like watching this like amazing person in the field. Every time I've come here, I've always seen atheists and believers in the chat having respectful debates. That's kind of the vibe that I try to bring here. I mean, I was just talking about it a little while ago. You know, it's Christians aren't bad people across the board. At least there's bad and good people in every group, and atheists aren't bad people across the board. We can just sit here and have our discussions, and I love that, because really, what it comes down to at the end of the day is I'm trying to make the world a better place, and I have ideas on what that means. So do Christians. I'm not for this idea of, you know, whoever has the bigger stick is the one who's right, because that's just bullshit. But that's how we've run the world for a lot of human history. It's whoever is able to silence the opposition gets to be labeled as right and correct or whatever else. I prefer coming together at the same table. Like, I think X makes the world a better place, and you disagree, not you, but like the royal you. You disagree and think that Y makes the world a better place. Let's talk about it. You know, there are Christians who think that Christianity is the most amazing thing in the world. I think it's harmful nonsense. Let's talk about it. That does not mean in any way, shape, form that I am in a position where I'm going to be like, it's harmful nonsense, therefore shut up, you stupid Christians, or whatever else. It's I think it's harmful nonsense. You think it's amazing. Let's talk about it. And I'm open to whatever. I'm open to discussion. I'm open to being wrong. We just gotta talk about it. Something that some Christians do, I am a Christian, is come into these streams and say stuff like, accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, except without offering any proof or something. And they just dip. It feels intellectually dishonest. It's, So once you don't even try. Well, what's really been annoying me lately is the dude with the highest IQ, world's highest IQ, has hopped on this little grift thing where he just posts videos, because it came out that the guy with the world's highest IQ believes in God, and a lot of Christians and theists have like hopped on that, like, yeah, the smartest person in the world believes in God, that means he's real. That's not how it works. But then like I found his threads the other day, his threads count the other day, and it's just, God is real. It's, I walk with God. That's why I never fail. And it's just videos like that. It's like, shut up. It's like, why is it real? Sorry, your IQ doesn't give a pass. Believing in a God or not believing in a God is not necessarily a matter of intelligence. Now, obviously, belief is something that happens in your brain, and so is intelligence. So I'm not going to say that there's no connection between intelligence and belief just because it's just all stuff mixing around in your brain. But I absolutely reject any notion of smart people don't believe in God, dumb people believe in God, anything like that. And I completely reject any kind of notion of this guy's the smartest person in the world and he believes in God, therefore God must be real. God beliefs aren't really completely what's the word I'm looking for? Completely reliant on intelligence. It's not just about if someone's smart, therefore they must be right about anything and everything. It's not an argument. It's an appeal to authority. Yep. Logical fallacy. I actually left a comment on his post. Just giving my honest thoughts. I said, I can kind of respect your attempt to capitalize on the attention this whole situation has brought you. Because I can. Fuck it, Grift it, I guess. Why not? However, it should be noted that being smart does not automatically make any unverified supernatural thing you believe in true. Because it doesn't. And especially, now, if he actually tried, if he actually cared, because I really don't think he does, if he actually cared and really dove into like apologetics and tried to learn this shit, being as smart as he is, he could probably wipe the floor with quite a few atheist apologetics. I know he could wipe the floor with me if he actually applied himself. But I don't see that. I just see God is real. And it's just like, you're just grifting. You don't even care. Hey, Doom. Hope that you find Jesus, man. Pushing for you, praying for you. Same thing. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I won't. Maybe I already have, and I'm just a Christian. I could have been a Christian the entire time. We were talking about that earlier. You don't know what I got. I'm not. Or am I? I mean, come on. Would a non-Christian have like 5 different Bibles ready at his disposal? I don't think so. Would a non-Christian? This came in the mail the other day. I was actually really excited about it. I collect. So I got this up here. You can't even see it. I got this up here. This is a whole stack of pamphlets and prayer cards. Basically stuff that people from different churches leave on your car windshield, hand to you at the checkout, whatever else, leave on your door, on your doorstep or in your mailbox or whatever. Just like, hey, welcome to come to my church or whatever. And I collect them. I got a whole stack of them from around the Wichita area. But I got this in the mail the other day. It's a whole ass, and it's Emerald Crossing, not Animal Crossing, probably because it's demonic or some stupid shit. But Emerald Crossing, and it's I'm gonna make sure my address is covered. Answers in Genesis. Yeah. So it's a whole. It is a whole like a whole thing. I think it's one of my more exciting things that I've received. I've also received this. I don't even know what this is. It looks exciting, but it's some big evangelical like journal. It's a book that someone left. I was like, let's go, aces. Why not? Yeah, it doesn't even have an address on it. It doesn't even have my address. Somebody literally just dropped this off in my mailbox. Yeah, and I just got.
It's not snowflakes, but it's hearts.
I wonder what that is.
I just got a freaking slap of.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
No.
toilet paper that you wrapped.
No.
Looks like toilet paper. Sorry, Taylor's wrapping presents.
It is not. It is the pit. Yeah, I just got a slap of bum on this.
Giving evidence for the prosecution.
This is one I didn't even have to
Animal
wrap.
crossing equals beast crossing equals pagan crossing.
I didn't even have to wrap this. This is how it came. They know what's up.
It's tightly wrapped too, and that
Yeah.
looks like good good paper too.
It's not even like paper. It's like.
Oh, it's like tarp.
Uh-huh.
It's like tarp. Jeez.
I was able to peel the sticker off.
It's like properly wrapped and everything.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They know what's up.
They know what's up.
It's Christmas time. They know what's up.
They know what's up, and they got money to burn, I guess.
That's when I don't have to wrap. He's got a slap of bum on it.
It's such a nice guy. Santa's, good guy Santa. Such a nice guy. She's so good at wifely duties that she has the presents wrapping themselves.
What can I say?
She has perfected it.
Everyone else is jealous.
Everyone will be so jealous.
Jealous of my skills. My pure skills.
All these other people having to wrap their presents, and she just has it wrapped. At least that one. They wrapped it tight to protect us from whatever's inside. That's no present. That's a prison. Oh no. That's why it's wrapped in tarp and not paper.
Oh, goodness.
There's like a fiberglass layer underneath the tarp paper. Reinforced with steel.
Oh, goodness. Debating on what I want to wrap versus what I want to put in a bag and just use tissue paper. I like having a variety. Most of hers are just nice big boxes that can be wrapped.
But yeah, before I got off on my tangent getting excited about stuff that people have sent me, I do have an entire stack of prayer cards. No, that doesn't go there. I have these alphabetized. I hope I'm putting that in right. But just like a whole... Just all this. Just various... I collect them. Just various pamphlets, prayer cards, whatever else. This thing, they sent me like a pendant. Let all you do be done with love. Or something like that. It's great. I actually do love these. I love collecting these. I love talking to people about religion and stuff. There's these two older ladies, these two older Jehovah's Witness ladies who come to my house every now and then. I have only been able to talk to them once. Every other time they've come, I haven't been home. I'm super disappointed because I want to keep talking to them. And then there were some Mormon guys that came in, or LDS guys, my apologies, who came in around shortly after I moved in, and I just kind of told him like I've read the Book of Mormon, or I've listened to an audiobook of it. I have a Book of Mormon somewhere back here. I'm not really interested in it, and they're just like, okay, and they just kind of walked away, and they haven't been back. The LDS missionaries haven't been back, but those Jehovah's Witness missionaries keep coming back. They'll leave me little pamphlets and stuff.
Should I put one of these in a bag and one of them wrap it?
Sure. Can you imagine the outrage if someone did that with LGBT literature? Yeah. Or just like little pride flag banners. There was one. I don't even know what it was. God, what book is it in? I think it's in Gentle and Lowly. It's a bookmark. No, not in Gentle and Lowly. Ah. Oh no, I'm messing up my organization. I don't have it in this, do I? Yeah, I do. This Clash of Dynasties. I thought it was a video game card when I first saw it. I walked past this like 3 times. It was on the shelf at work. I walked past it like 3 times, just thinking it was like some video game thing. No, it's a service. It's Clash of the Dynasties 6, Satan's Empire Rising, and it's just a meeting. And I don't feel bad about sharing that address. I don't live anywhere near that. Y'all know I live in the Wichita area. But it's just like, what even... I thought it was a video game card for the longest time. No, it's a very weird... It does not look like a prayer. It does not look like a church welcome card. It looks like a satanic cult welcome. The advertising team... Someone needs to talk to their advertising team. It's basically what I'm saying. But yeah, no. If you try to spread LGBTQ plus stuff, you'd be... They're forcing... Guys, you don't understand. The LGBTQ plus community is forcing their lifestyle on us. It's them that's forcing their lifestyle on us. I say stroking my giant stack of Christian pamphlets and prayer cards and magazines and stuff. You have the Library of Alexandria and prayer cards and advertisements. I'm working on it, man. I get so excited for these. Where is he? Where is he at? There, I think he's hiding right here. Jesus, my little Jesus dude, was a thing. Like an old lady comes into our store and just like leaves these with people. I love collecting that stuff, man. I'm just a nerd for just religious stuff. Maybe that's why I come in with such a chill vibe. More than anything, I just like talking about this stuff. It is not at the top of my list to come in here and be like, Christianity must die. It's just, I like it. I like religion and talking about it, having my thoughts on it, opinions. Every time I hear about the Mormon Church, it just seems to get worse and worse. Maybe. I remember watching a video of someone talking about their experience, and it seems way more horrific than other Abrahamic denominations, except for like Islam or something, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of... I hear more ex-Mormons referring to it as a cult than I do ex-Christians referring to Christianity as a cult, if that kind of tells you anything. You hear those stories of the people who made it out, and yeah, it's a little bit more culty, a little bit more harsh and restrictive. It does not sound fun. Not my cup of tea. My cousins are Catholic and were brought up so indoctrinated. I think that their parents enforcing strict adherence to religious teachings and not presenting alternative viewpoints is a kind of abuse. I think kids should be presented options and taught to think for themselves, evaluate evidence without bias. Yeah, I agree. That's how I want to raise my kid.
Yeah, we're imposing our beliefs.
Right. I tried to tell I've had religious family members try to indoctrinate my young daughter, and I try to be like, hey, can you just like not do that? And they're like, well, you're just indoctrinating her into your beliefs. I'm just like, I'm not. You know, at no point would I ever want to be like, God's not real and Christians are stupid or anything like that. I tell her how the world is, and we can address the God stuff later. Of course, we need to address the God stuff sooner. And she's not old enough to talk about, you know, epistemology and burden of proof or anything like that. So I just had to be like, yeah, you know, some people believe in Jesus and God. I don't, but, you know, some people do. I think I'm ready for her to be a little bit older so I can really go through that, because I don't want it to be that blunt. Does that make sense? I don't want it to just be like, yeah, it's probably made up, but she's too young to learn about, you know, the complicated minutia of it all. It's almost like someone should have waited until she was older to start introducing those ideas to her, but whatever. I have family that don't respect my viewpoints and think that I'm damning my child to hell. What can you do? I will say that I will say that 2 Mormon people I remember talking to were very nice. Oh yeah, the 2 guys that came to my door were super chill. I think just the religion itself, kind of like Christianity. Christianity has just become kind of an entity of itself, separate from Christians. And that entity can be very powerful and very harmful in and of itself, especially when you have, you know, church leaders and people up in the hierarchy of the system. The average day-to-day, you know, common Christian or Muslim or Mormon or whatever else are not shitty people. The average, you know, religious person is not a shitty person, at least from my experience. I'm upset that it's bothering me. It's eating at the back of my head. I mess with my organization. Because that's common sense. Okay. Put it all back where it was. Yeah, you can see kind of some of the books that I have. I know they're kind of in the background, but this is kind of my arsenal that I've pulled from. I know it's not as extensive as some other people's. I plan on adding to it. Every Christmas, including this Christmas, I put books on my reading list, and I put books on my wish list to send to my family and friends who want to get presents for me. It's books, and I buy myself some books. I'll ask my friends and family, because most of them are Christian. I'll ask them for books like The Case for Christ or Gentle and Lowly, and then I'll buy books like, you know, The God Delusion, God is Not Great. So.
What was it that the Satanic Bible came shipped with?
My King James Bible. They came in the same packaging. Or the same, like, box. It was pretty funny. One was a girl in high school with a CTR ring. She was so nice and friendly, but I think the religion is whack. Yeah. People with dogmatic and bigoted views are only nice if their doctrine instructs them to, or if they are deemed on their side about whatever mattress they use. It's a facade of deeper malice for many. It can be. Yes, there are obviously genuinely good people. Well, I like Doom. Yeah, Mexmeh? I don't know if that's your name. We like Doom here. He's pretty cool. So, I hope that's not genuine. He's a good guy. We keep him around.
We get sad when we don't see him.
He's only been banned once. He actually was. It was an accident, but no, they hate me. They're applauding my assassination as we speak. Oh yeah. Read them. Little do you know, this entire channel is just a facade to figure out where Doom lives. So I can just come and blow his room up. Not his house, because there might be other people in there I don't want to blow up. Just the room. Just the one room he's in. I'm not here for collateral damage. My parents are atheists, but taught me about various religions. Offered to take me to church in Sunday school. I went to both a couple of times and just could not buy into the belief, the story, or any God. It's a pretty cool way to parent, though. Yeah, well, when my daughter gets older, my library is open to her. You know, if she wants to read the Quran, Bible, Book of Mormon, Bhagavad Gita, I got options. Yeah, you're all federal agents with a massive operation to take me down personally. Yeah. I mean, listen, we know about what you've been doing with the fur coats, and we're going to put a stop to it.
Fur coats.
I don't know. First thing that came to mind. Doom has a fur coat ring, and you don't even want to know why that's a bad thing. It's so much worse than you could think. Hey! Don't eat that, it's bad for you. The library of Skags, That's what I got. I would love to have a room like where all the walls are surrounded by books that I own and I've read at least most of them. I would love to get there one day, but for now I just have these 2 bookcases.
Beauty and the Beast library.
On Beauty and the Beast library, I'm here for it. For now, it's just this. I've read most of these. If that makes it any better. Well, no, I wouldn't even say that. I've read these. I've read / listened to audiobooks of most of these. Physical versions and online versions. I haven't read this King James version, but I've read an e-version of the King James version. I've read all of these except the Book of Mormon. I listened to an audiobook of. I haven't read through the Catechism because no. These are my college. These are my college textbooks. I've studied out of them. I haven't flipped through every single page. Probably some of them I might have gotten most of the way through. This psychology book. I think we got most of the way through it. I've read most of these. Half, safe half, at least. What is that furry book on the bottom shelf? Kitten. The kind that fights back. I assume you were just talking about my cat and not an actual, book. If you were talking about an actual book, I'd be happy to present any one of them to you. Yeah, that's about how extensive my study's been over the years. This is nothing special, but hope to expand, and there's room to expand. I rebuke this in the name of Jesus Christ. Every time you breathe, you speak his name, Yahweh. Somebody actually commented that on my Satan video. And I want. I'm not one of those people who I want to see, I'm going to come here and say I want to see Christianity die or whatever, but I want to see this argument die. When you breathe, the sound it makes is Yahweh. It's the stupidest fucking argument I have ever heard. And it can be easily debunked by just breathing. breathe. Just breathe normal. It doesn't sound like Yahweh. It's like it's the dumbest, laziest. I hate it, and it was really big. It was really big like a couple of years ago when I first started doing this, with people actually hopping on it, but then it died really quick because I think a lot of people figured out it was stupid. But every few months or so, I get one schmuck coming in here still using it. It's like, listen to yourself breathe, please. Had to go AFK for a bit. Did I miss anything? No. I asked you a question, but like it's fine. I just you mentioned the furry book. I'm like, I assume you're talking about the cat. Yeah, I was just saying, I assume you were talking about the cat when you referenced the furry book. Yes, the cat. I figured. See, we got it. We got it. We got it. All's good. Next week is Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Happy New Year to all. Remember, saying Happy Holidays is not an attack on Christmas. It's just Happy Holidays. Just wishing you a good, happy month. Even Christians, because a lot of Christians celebrate both Christmas and New Year's, so there's 2 holidays there. Happy holidays. It can encompass Christmas. It can also just encompass all the holidays that are celebrated this time of year. It's just a good, inclusive way to wish someone well for the season. Hell yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, man. Just whatever. And if somebody says Merry Christmas, just say thanks, you too. You know? If someone tells me have a blessed day or God bless you, I say you too. Or at the very least, I'll say thanks or, whatever. It doesn't have to be that deep. It just doesn't have to be that deep. You don't have to be angry and hate each other and fight each other all the time. Spec. Let's see what other comments I got. Everyone on here watching this, on the Satan video comment, everyone on here watching this, can we please just pray for this man? There's no need to be angry about this. We should be saddened by this. This man is lost and broken and needs our prayer. I feel fine. Remember, he is a child of God, just like us. Sure. It's a bit of a condescending, I know better, it's like this lowly schmuck is just as good as us up here on our pedestal. It's a little condescending, but like, whatever. Unbreak yourself. Nah. Happy National Pumpkin Pie Day. 7 days. Solid. I bought pie today.
Good thing I got a pumpkin pie.
I bought Taylor and I bought a full apple pie, and then she bought herself a little personal pumpkin pie. Because I look forward, it is one of those things where like you realize you're an adult and you can actually just like buy stuff. I love pie, or at least like pumpkin and apple pie. I need to try other pies, but like I love pumpkin pie and apple pie, and I wait all year round for Thanksgiving and Christmas because somebody in my family usually has pumpkin and or apple pie for Christmas and or Thanksgiving. And I just got to thinking, we were at the store today, I was like, they sell pies at the store. I could just buy a pie. So I bought a pie. Got an apple pie, heat it in the microwave, put some ice cream on it. Delicious. So, pumpkin pie day. And Taylor got a little portion of pumpkin pie, so we're already here. We already got it. We're on it. Somebody else commented on that Satan video. This video gives me more reasons to believe in my Lord Jesus Christ and rebuke the devil. Your thoughts were right, buddy. The devil was trying to get you because you were slowly straying away from God, and that's an easy target for him. That's why you were having self-doubts and nightmares and no inner peace, basically. Satan will give you everything. Everything you want just to keep you with him and far away from God. But Jesus Christ won't come into you forcefully. He is at the door and only enters if you open the door for him. We are in a grace period now. And once that's over, you will see the true color of Satan. And by then, it might be far too late to repent, my friend. So repent now while you still have a chance. And they put John 10:10, the thief comes only to steal. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. I love the argument of, you were having like these fears and stuff, and then you left Christianity and things got better. Well, that's just because Satan left you alone, because he won. Because if you leave Christianity and your life becomes better, then that's because Satan is allowing your life to be better now that you've left. If it becomes worse, then that is God punishing you for leaving Christianity. You made the wrong call. In other words, no matter what happens, they can still come up with an argument to point back to their God. They can still make something up to point back to their God. And if you've come up with a system where it's heads you're wrong, tails I'm right, it's a useless system. It's a useless way of discovering truth or figuring things out. It doesn't work, it doesn't make sense, and we should throw it away. Personally, I don't like pumpkin. Apparently, I love it when I was a kid. I have cat hair in my mouth, forgive me. But it tastes like how old people feel in a vibey sense. What the fuck does that mean, dude?
What?
Pumpkin pie tastes like how old people feel in a vibey sense. What does that mean, and why does it kind of make sense? And it's definitely a specific taste. I liked it when I was a kid, and then I went through a period, like teenage years into like early adult life, where like I really didn't like it, and now I love it. So, it's one of those. It's got a specific taste. But then you get pumpkin pie. You get those apples, cinnamon, and the pie is delicious. Drew, the gates of hell are rattling. They wait for you. I'm ready, Daddy. I'm ready. Give me that fire.
I mean, your body is always so cold.
My body is always so cold. Maybe I belong in hell. Y'all, there were times when I was in college. They always kept the classrooms cold. Cold. Like, I would go, like, it's midsummer, 100 degrees outside, and I'm going to college in jeans and a flannel and, like, a jacket. I'm cold in the classrooms. And then I would get in my truck that's been sitting out in the parking lot for, like, 6 hours, 8 hours, or whatever else. Hot as hell. Get in, and it's just an oven. And I sometimes still, in my sweaters or whatever and everything, wouldn't turn the AC on. I would just drive like the first 5-10 minutes or so home, just with the heat, just letting it take me and defrost me. So maybe I belong in hell. Maybe that and other reasons I belong in hell. I mean, maybe with apple and cinnamon I can imagine it being good. Yeah, apple pie. Yeah. Apple and cinnamon is an amazing combination. With all due respect, bro, it ain't too late to turn back to Christ. I honestly don't see how you've experienced God's love and still turn away from him. Because I realize that I have no reason to believe that that's what was actually happening. I realize that other people who believe different than I do also claim to have experienced God's love, and even for different reasons. And that other people in other religions claim to feel something from their God and their being. And you can also feel these same types of feelings with things that have nothing to do with a God. So it just kind of seems like maybe it's not about a God, and it's just actually about our brain's reaction to certain stimuli. I've always been very cold. My family, whenever they step into my room, they tend to comment on how it feels like an oven. In school, I wore jumpers in the middle of Australian summer. Yeah, man. It's just what it is. My preferred outfit is jeans and a flannel. Like all day. It's just warm, it's nice. I always have to have covers when I'm sleeping. I cannot just, I mean, I could sleep, but I prefer very much so to sleep with covers on. I gotta be covered, I gotta be wrapped, I gotta be warm, even when it's hot.
It's a rare night that you are cold and I'm hot. Almost never happens. You're usually freaking freezing and I'm like, I'm sweating.
No, the best thing is I go to bed and it's freezing and I bundle up and then I wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, literally drenched in sweat, and I'm cold. Because sure.
Makes sense.
Because why not?
Makes sense.
Apparently it gets really, really hot at like fucking midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then it just drops down to cold, and then I wake up and I'm still sweaty as cold. That's humidity for you? Maybe. Somebody on my Satan video posted disbelief versus deconstruction / deprogramming is a profound subject. 40 some years ago, I didn't have the vocabulary you have. I consider this one of your best videos yet. Well done, sir. Much respect to you. I appreciate comments like that. I get shit on a lot in the comment sections for some of the things that I post. So, like, some of those things just like, yeah, it's good. And I really liked that video. I really tried. I really put some love into that video. Yeah, I'm really, really, really happy with how it turned out. Everything, even the thumbnail, makes me happy. You know. And I did it horizontally. I want to try doing that for more of my long form content. Just make it horizontal. Yeah, I liked it. I'm trying to be better, guys. I'm trying to be better. Trying to make sure, and that's one of the big reasons why I don't post as often as I used to. I want to make sure when I'm getting in front of the camera and posting a video that I'm not just wasting your time regurgitating something that I've mentioned 1,000 other times, you know, or just putting my half-assed thoughts on this topic. You know, I want to make sure I'm saying something and I'm actually putting some thought and some love into it. Even some of the shorts, you know, I want to make sure it's something. So that does turn into, you know, a quality over quantity type of thing. That does turn into me not posting as much. But it turns, if it turns into the few videos that I do post being like that, then that's what I'm on. That's what I'm here for.
Furiously trying to get in. Now she's furiously trying to get out.
Yeah. What was that? There was a bang out there. Go investigate it. I'm in the live stream. You go investigate the scary noise.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Merry Christmas. Doing anything exciting? I'm doing a live stream. Pretty exciting. And yeah, the video has done pretty well.
Yeah, sure. I'll do my
And it's still
wifely
going.
duties and go investigate the strange noise.
Yeah. just scream really, really loud. If something, there's something there.
What is this monkey? What is it?
Yeah, for the video length, it did better than most of my longer form videos. Especially for the length of it. There's quite a few that did better that were like 5-10 minutes. Or like 5 minutes. I guess this one's only 8. But yeah, it did pretty well. Pretty happy with it. I'm curious, do you still think you have a dark soul? Yes. I mean, I don't think I have a soul because I don't believe in souls anymore, but yeah, that's the vibe that I feel with myself. Still. I think that would still be the best way I can describe it. If you had chicken nuggets, what sauce would you have? I usually like to go with barbecue sauce, personally. Barbecue sauce and chicken nuggets. All day, every day. Not really. I'd get tired of it. But like, that's a combo. And if it's chicken tenders, I prefer gravy. Country gravy. The white gravy, if you will. That's the best dip for chicken tenders. Don't love it for chicken nuggets. Don't ask me why. But I love Brahms. I don't know if any of you know what Brahms is. I don't know how far stretched Brahms is. But it's this place that sells ice cream, but also it has some a small grocery store section, and also sells fast food. They got something figured out. I don't know. But they sell a dinner box that's chicken tenders, French fries, gravy dip, and like what would you call that?
I don't know.
No. No, the bread.
A roll?
Roll. Thank you. Hello.
I missed the pudding.
What blasphemy? No one likes white gravy. I like white gravy. I love... One of my wife and I's go-to meals is country fried steaks, and we'll have it with potatoes and gravy. And I'll make 2 steaks, and I'll just put a bunch of mashed potatoes on it, and then just pour it all with gravy and eat it all with cook. It's beautiful. Love it. You beg to differ? You don't think I have a dark soul? I don't know. I definitely find myself mentally and emotionally in not as dark a place as it used to be. All throughout my entire life, I was in a very, very dark place internally. Just the depression and anxiety, wanting to take my own life. And I have definitely in recent years come out of that more. And I'm very, very happy for that. So there might be a little bit of light in there. I don't fucking know. You know, who knows? But that is what it is. I'm also good at smiling and making people happy and being a goof, even when I want to collapse internally. How'd you take an Amtrak to the westmost part of the state? I can't take this cold anymore. Where are you at? What state are you in? I'm in Kansas. It's been pretty cold. We haven't really gotten any snow or ice yet. I mean, it's gotten cold enough to make ice. Like some idiots and some businesses still have sprinkler systems on. So like I'll be driving down the road and there'll be like a patch of ice on the side because they had their sprinklers on overnight.
I loved how you say some idiots with how long has our...
Well, our sprinkler system got turned off about a week ago. We didn't know that it was on.
We've never had an actual sprinkler system.
We've never had an actual sprinkler system. We bought this house a couple months ago, and the sprinklers are set to go off at like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning.
It was like 4 and 5, or 3 and 4, 1 and 2. It was like...
So we never knew. So we're one of those dumb schmucks who had their sprinklers on. We turned them off, but we've gotten ice from that. But like not like actual like ice storms or anything. And we got like, it snowed for a little bit, like a couple weeks ago, but like just enough to like,
dusting.
yeah, I gave a light dusting, and 90% of it was melted by the end of the day. I've said it before, but opposites attract. People with a lot of light tend to be fascinated by dark things. Maybe. I've always felt more drawn to dark things, but who knows? Who knows? I do think that I'm about at the end of this live stream, though. Just want to do like a short hour one. Life has been stupid lately and crazy. I'm working on a new career path that I'm working on top of my 40 plus hours a week that I already work at my current job, plus trying to do this stuff in religious studies, plus being a husband, father, and homeowner. Yeah. Tired, overwhelmed, but it's just a better career path. Going from working retail to insurance sales, better, more lucrative, work from home, make your own schedule. Should be great once I have it all hammered out and I'm done with my training and whatnot. But for now, I have to juggle all of this. I don't get free time anymore. It's so great. Central Valley, California. This winter we've been trapped in cold fog. Damn. Metalheads are honestly a living embodiment of that principle, since they're like known for being really nice people. That is true. Insurance sales sounds like the devil really has gotten to you. Maybe he has. Or maybe a need to not want to keep drowning, as my wife and I work full-time, separate shifts, never get to see each other, and they're still barely making ends meet. Versus, if I can make this work, I can carry the entire team by myself. But we'll see. But yeah, that's another reason I haven't really been on my... Because I started studying for my license, because I'm licensed. That was the beginning of the journey of studying for that, like mid to late November. And I got my license earlier this month. So yeah, for the last like month, I've just been going, just packed everything in. And it sucks, but I keep telling myself it's gonna be worth it. I'll have more free time with my family. I'll have more free time for this and for religious studies. It's just gonna be better. I just have to make it better. So, yeah. Short, hour-ish live stream. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for stopping by. It was a nice, chill, calm stream. Can never go wrong with that. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I always appreciate it when anyone gives me the time of day. I'm just a random nobody on the internet who doesn't really deserve anything. So it's always nice when, somebody gives me the time of day. Someone stops for longer than 2 seconds. Doesn't just scroll past the video or whatever. So thank you all for being here. I usually go live every Tuesday night at about 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes that has to be moved, like tonight. Like this week, it had to be moved. Next week's Christmas. Don't ask me what I'm gonna do any week. My schedule's all over the place. But hopefully that'll change soon and get better. I don't know, or it won't, and I'll die, preferably. Who knows? But thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I hope to see you all in the future.